Hi, David.
Hi, Sarah.
I have a question that arose from a course, an advanced course that we taught recently, and you did a lot of work around currencies and commodities. What are currencies and commodities?
Okay, we'll start with currencies. Currencies are basically how we move our energy. So think of currencies also in cycles. So once we create a whole cycle of energy, so it's like we're having a question. So we make sure we're asking a question. So instead of asking for an answer, we're asking for a consideration. So it's like a question goes out, and instead of having one consideration, we have multiple considerations because basically we're using our energy universally.
So
So
is a consideration like an option?
yeah, an option. That's probably a better. So that's probably the better terminology, really.
It's very
So
funny because you're talking about currencies and these are all kind of financial terms in a funny kind of
they
way,
are
but
financial.
it's
Well,
kind of like the flow of energy, isn't it?
it is because basically it's about the wealth of our life.
Yeah.
So the more the more these currencies move. Now, once the currencies move, it's also when we've used um, a lot of different areas of life. So we're making sure we're using different aspects. So we're making sure we're using depth and ascension, extension, expansion, and creative resources all at the same time. And of course, we're using them universally. So it's a universal product. It's not an Earth version. It's a universal product. And then once we do that, we connect to a lot of power. And a lot of people will have experienced that all of a sudden they got a lot of power coming through their legs, and basically it comes through your whole body. So what it means is that all those different currencies become more functional because they need a lot of energy to actually move. Yeah. Or they need the power to move the energy. Yeah. And then it becomes neutral. So once everything becomes neutral, that's when we have all the different types of currencies. Now, commodities. Commodities are basically all the different aspects of yourself. So we're making sure that we use everything that is you. Okay. And it all has to be source-based or through your spirit. So when we talk commodities, we're more starting with your, as we said before, we're using all those different currencies, but also we're using your spirit, soul, spirit, heart, your physiological soul and heart, and any other souls and hearts that come in, because our souls and hearts are basically, they're just like a big conglomerate. So we find all these different little bits of aspects of our souls and hearts that all come in. Once they move and we use them functionally, it's where we convert them. So it's like you noticed when we were going down, we connect to all that different types of conscious with all those different types of souls and hearts, which means that it moves and we make them functional, which means you can keep on going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And as we keep going deeper and we functionalize all that, they're all commodities of yourself that we're finding.
So they're kind of resources of yourself.
Yeah, they are. But it also means that we're using depth and ascension, extension, expansion, creative resources. So everything that's perfect, everything that needs multiplied, all the creative natures, all the resources, all the different aspects of ourselves that we're basically using. And basically, as we grow, we find that we have a lot more commodities that, we turn on and we make use of. So the more currency and the more commodities that we use at the same time, the more we're able to actualize that we can actually formulate how to get the most out of life and get that wealth of life. And that's the whole idea of it. So it's the whole crux of the matter is that we're making sure that we use it all and we make sure that we move our matter. because our matter has to move. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Yeah, for the want of a better diagnosis. But that's the truth of it. Your matter has to move. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. It's just, it becomes a like an inert thing. It's just sitting there, and it doesn't do anything. It's just like we can say things have energy in certain things in them, but they have to be of a functional consciousness. Yeah.
Perfect.
Does that answer that question?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Thank you. That's perfect.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hope that answers a few people's diagnosis of that.